Garfield 218 4 beat, Data 1811 beat, Briggs 453 2 beat, Melvin 416 school crossing at Light Road Primary, then with Quinnan 340 on 3 beat.
Sarge.
And I'll have a word with you later. Stamp 595.
Well timed, Hollis.
Sorry, Sarge?
Right, lads.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Ah, Derek.
Windows have arrived, sir.
Oh, splendid.
Yeah, 9 o'clock prompt this morning. All things being equal, we should have them installed in a couple of weeks. How was Brands Hill?
John McCracken's what were there.
Usual party piece, was it?
Cocktail sausages all over the lounge bar after dinner. Still, the lectures were good. Why's it going to take 2 weeks?
Well, the contractors are refitting the front office, sir.
We're going to finish up with this place looking like a building society.
Well, to be fair to them, the plans have been changed around.
What do you expect, Ken? Nice looking woman, fancy car. I'm surprised Burnside hasn't asked for a phone number.
Yeah, well.
Look, if I ask about Maria and you, it's because it could affect your plans. Well, it has been known, right?
It's a bit early for that, Sarge.
Well, what is she? A solicitor?
Barrister.
Oh, very nice. And how does she feel about you?
Come off it, Sarge.
Right, all right. Keep your hair on. Talking about the job. Perhaps you'd like to see some stripes on your arm.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Well, perhaps you should think about it. I know I'd like you to think about it.
Well, I have done. I mean, of course it's crossed my mind. It's a good 2 years study to the exams and a fair bit of work.
True.
I don't know. I suppose... Well, I don't know if I should take the plunge. I mean, if I did, it means I'm sort of committed to staying.
And you're not? Committed?
Well, not necessarily, no.
That's news to me.
Well, it's... Oh, I don't know. When I started this job, I really thought I could do something. You know, help people, I suppose. But I've been in the job long enough to realise that's not necessarily what it's all about.
Oh, I see. It's the Yorkie Smith syndrome. Well, Yorkie Smith has got himself a job with a private security company in Sheffield. How much more job satisfaction do you think he gets out of that?
I think I got a lot more going for me than that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've got A-levels. I could go to university. It's not too late. I've been thinking about it.
Well, perhaps you should think about it some more, because I, for one, would hate to see you go. But if you are going to stay, you've got to pull your finger out.
A wheel coming off the CPS is part of the course, isn't it? But a wheel coming off the old station, it all goes pear-shaped. They're extending it, that's all. Yeah, but why, Tone? I mean, they're giving us all this guff about ergonomics and logistics and demographics, but what they're not telling us is it's all gone pear-shaped. It might be a load of gas pipes and cement bags to you, but to me, it is personnel changes.
Just what have you heard?
Look, Fraser's gone. Monroe turns up. Viv's been pushed upstairs. And where is Turnham? Yeah, people are being groomed. National CID, National Police Force.
Oh, hasn't it ever happened to you? Couple of pints. You get her a third Malibu and it's, you're the old Bill, aren't you?
No, it's never happened, Dave. Mind you, I take my uniform off at the end of the shift.
Excuse me, sir. You do know it's an offence to position your vehicle with its bonnet obstructing a pedestrian crossing, don't you?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, mate. Do you always drive like that, do you? Not giving yourself enough time to stop?
No, of course I don't. No key. Right, out you get, mate.
Hey?
Come on out.
Right. Leave it out, mate. I mean, it's not nicked. I never bloody nicked it.
OK, so it's not nicked. Let's have a look at your licence and insurance, eh?
I don't carry them with me everywhere. I haven't got it all the time,
Well, where's the keys, then?
I lost them.
How'd you start it, then?
Sierra Oscar from 416 receiving, over.
Sierra Oscar receiving. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, can I have a PNC check, Sarge, on a blue XJS, registration Golf Mike Bravo 147.
So you hot-wired your dad's car, did you? All right, what's his name?
David Smith.
Pull the other one, for God's sake.
Seriously, mate, it's true. He bought the car with his redundancy money.
416 from Sierra Oscar, receiving, over.
You go ahead, Sarge.
Yeah, Ken, your Jag. Lost or stolen BK section since 1300 hours today.
It wasn't me,
Its keeper is Colonel Jeffrey Mansfield Benson.
Yeah, his last APA was very good, but he didn't say anything about moving up the ranks.
Well, you know how it is. I mean, they meet people and they start thinking about their prospects.
Yeah, and then decide to leave.
Exactly. I think he's promising material. I'd hate to see him go. I think he just needs a bit of a shove in the right direction.
We're never going to secure this. Someone's going to have to drive it back.
Nah, just lock it up and leave it.
What with?
Sarge, that van. We got Reg and Tony here with a panda.
Come on, mate, just give it a rest, eh?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sarge. Apologies.
It'll be a foreign market, this. Got to be, hasn't it? Stands to reason. Yeah.
So,
Aren't you going to switch this thing off? There are no keys, Reginald.
Well, I was stuck in Kensington without a lift home, wasn't I?
So rather than walk, you thought, I know, I'll nick a jag.
I was saving on bus fares, wasn't I?
You always as lippy as this, mate.
Here, this is going to overheat. I'm going to have to drive this back, Ken.
Hold up, whose body is this?
Someone's got to take it to Barton Street.
Yeah, Dave will do that, won't you, Dave?
Great.
Do us a favour, Tony, and whack him down there in the panda, eh?
Well, where's the motor going? Oh, that'll be Sun Hill. Barton Street's full. Barton Street. OK, Reg, let's go. Well, no, I thought I'd go back with Ken as it goes. Refs. Well, I'm showing refs at Barton Street. Yeah, I heard. It's all night, is it?
I can see why you're concerned about all this, Derek. Mm-hmm. And obviously you've got a point. These figures are correct. They wasted thousands in man-hours alone.
What figures are those?
Page 2. Look, Derek, I know you're anxious to get away early. If there's any interest, I've got a lodge meeting myself at 8 o'clock. The sooner we get this sorted out, the sooner we both can leave, OK?
Yes, I'm sorry, Ellison.
Just that in my experience, it doesn't pay to criticise these contractors too roundly. Especially in print. You never know whose son-in-law you may be talking about.
So anyway, Ken, I'm standing there, right, and there's what, 6 blokes behind me? And I'm wearing my uniform, you know, which is what...
Hold up. Hang on, mate. All right.
Which is the worst thing, you know, because they're all looking at you. And up it comes. Your card has been retained, insufficient funds. Refer to branch. I mean, I know I'm behind, but what's 50 quid to them, eh?
So you want to borrow some money then, Reg?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to ask, but they're shut till Monday.
How much?
Well, how much you got?
I'm going out tonight, Reg.
Yeah. You're loaded.
Yeah, all right, come on.
Yeah, but I only need 50. Hello, is this Linda?
Maria. Come on, give us it back.
Hold up. She's got a lovely smile, ain't she?
Yeah, I'll tell her you said so, Reg.
No, seriously. She's nicely put together in every respect. Well, every respect I can see. Here, you got any more?
No, and that's all I'm lending you.
Oh, comes expensive, does she?
Leave it out, Reg.
Yeah, she would do a bird like that. You don't want to spoil her, you know. Buy you a tea.
Reg! Up here a minute.
You can give it to me, Derek. I'll get Monroe to organise a panda. I'll see you in the morning.
Yes. Good night, sir.
Good night. It's a bit upmarket for you, isn't it, Melvin?
Stolen, sir. Nice, though.
Well, don't block the yard up with it. Park it over there.
Actually, I thought I could pop it in the gap over
Well,
there.
you can move that stuff. Keep the place as tight as we can.
Sir.
Eric, you've addressed this to the DAC. It's meant to go to the commander support.
Sorry.
Hollis! Paul, get some torches. Young, get back in there, you two. Anybody there? Anybody there? Anybody there? I don't know, Sarge!
Easy, Reg.
You're right. You move. Shoulder.
He's Ken! Quick, give us a hand! Up here! Shoot back! You hear me? Oh. You tell us your name, sir?
It's all right. It's okay.
Get your standing.
Yeah, just get me off this.
Make sure you're all right. You did tell us your name, did you?
I just want to go to sleep.
It can't have been meant for us.
No?
Well, it was a stolen car. One of my officers brought it in.
You identified the owner?
A Colonel Benson from Kensington. Sergeant Peters has all the details. No.
Right, I'll want to see this bloke, Wilkes. Brian, you get his details from the sergeant and then start the search.
Yeah, the whole lot fenced off. The last thing we want is rubbernecks. Jeffrey Benson. I always thought he was lucky.
Derek?
So, how you feeling? Down on his shoulder, can't move it. How many others?
Well, 2 other civilian staff, you and Reg. Melvin's in intensive care. He was just about hanging on when they brought him in.
Any ideas yet?
Well, from the extent of the blast, I'd say you're looking at more than 2 pounds of Semtex. I'm also expecting to find traces of a timing device when we actually search the area. You know, it's that sort of bomb.
Your PC stamp?
Yes, sir.
Chief Superintendent Davidson, SO13. This is Detective Constable Barrett. So, using my powers of deduction, I take it that you are Kenny Wilkes.
Yeah, that's right.
Has he been cautioned?
Yes, sir.
Right, you steal cars, do you, Mr. Wilkes?
I don't have to answer that.
I should think very carefully before you decide not to cooperate with us, Mr. Wilkes, because you are in one heap of trouble. Now, we're from a department at Scotland Yard called SO13. Do you know what SO13 is?
Dunno. Catering?
No, not catering. Don't get funny. We're anti-terrorist squad. Does he know about this bomb in the car?
I haven't said anything, sir.
Oh, this is a wind-up, isn't it?
I wish it was. That bomb exploded and seriously injured a police officer earlier this evening. So what can you tell me about you and this car?
I've already said. I borrowed it.
How long have you been watching Colonel Benson?
What?
Colonel Geoffrey Manfield Benson, 2nd Parachute Regiment. How long?
Look, I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, come on, what is this? This is a wind-up, isn't it?
No, it isn't. Now stop prattling about and tell us what happened.
Why don't you go and get us some teas?
Sir.
Son, how's it going?
Yeah, he's gonna cough. I reckon do much good though. Tea leaf, innit? You get in a car with a bomb in it? Any news on Ken?
Yeah. He's dead.
Press conference in half an hour. Sir. I'll take it myself if the DAC hasn't all right.
Right.
Where was Ken Melvin from, Bob, do you know?
Hertfordshire, sir. Both his parents are retired school teachers. And apparently as a brother he was very close to.
I'd like to think somebody that knew him broke the news to him rather than the Hertfordshire lads. I'll try and get over myself later on.
Do you think you're up to it, sir?
Look, if anybody else asks me if I'm fit for duty, I'm going to lose my temper. Just leave it out, will you?
You were watching Benson.
Look, I wasn't all right.
You're lying.
I'm not lying, I just told you a couple of times.
Look at him. He's asking the questions.
I was just passing.
You were sighted on 3 separate occasions before tonight. You were photographed looking at his car in the garage under his block of flats.
Well, it's a smart car.
It was a smart car. It isn't anymore. I'll show it to you. Then we'll go to the hospital and see the injuries you caused.
Look, you got to believe this. What I'm telling you is the truth. I swear on my life. I mean, it's a ring. Like, there's a bloke called Goodwin who runs cars out of Anslow to go to the continent, Japan, America, you name it.
You can't take me in with all that. We've got informants.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We know that you were watching Benson. We know that he was one of several.
I told you I don't know what you're on about.
Don't get smart.
What do you mean smart? I don't know what you mean. I just went there to sell the car and that's all.
Look, we're not interested in the theft of the car. You're going to be charged with murder.
Look, I don't know what else you want me to say. What else do you want me to say?
You know what else to say.
Yeah, I want a brief.
Well, you're not having one. We can hold you for 7 days before we need even consider that.
I was in the car with him. I drove back with him.
Yes, I know.
I was short, you see. The machine had taken my cash card.
What are you talking about?
Money. He lent me some. Well, I sort of took it, really. Not that he minded. I mean, you know what he was like. But what am I going to do with it now?
Give it to his relatives.
Yeah, I suppose I could. Or I'll give it to someone who needs it, like a charity or something. If only I knew what he wanted me to do with it.
I mean, you thought he'd gone in and stuff it. It was unbelievable.
Dave?
All right. You're right, Tim. Look, I was sorry to hear about your mate. Guts you, doesn't it?
Fit there?
Yep.
Put you through it, did they?
Well, there wasn't much I could tell them.
Nor me. They could have said something to us, though.
Eh?
They've been watching that Colonel Benson geezer for weeks.
What?
They said they knew he was a target. They've had him under surveillance, haven't they?
He's here. Sir.
DAC Adamson. Could you tell Chief Superintendent Brownlow in here?
Yes, sir, if you'd like to follow me. Sir.
So,
Charles, how are you bearing up?
well, we're all rather shaken, sir, but it's under control.
Yes, of course. I'd like to have a look around for myself first.
Right.
Who've you got from the terrorist squad?
Chief Superintendent Davidson's here.
Yeah, he's a good man. Just the one fatality, I understand.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. Has anyone been informed?
Yes, sir, the next of kin, there's somebody with them now.
Good. There's nothing any of us lot can do. Place is swarming with forensic SO13. Yeah, so am I. Yeah, you're right. Look, I'll see you in the morning.
Jim Carver was at Hendon with Ken, was he?
Yeah, they were mates.
Yeah, and he was quite close to quite a few people on this relief.
Yes, of course. I just didn't know he was a particular friend.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's go out and get a bit of fresh air. Dave? Tony, all right?
No.
Now, come on, there's work to be done. Eh? It's time for all that later.
Didn't have to happen, did it?
Well, none of us know what's going to happen, do we?
They knew. They could have stopped it. All of this.
What are you talking about?
SO13. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, wait a minute. And what is all this?
Benson was expected at the barracks as usual at 6 o'clock. The bomb must have been timed to detonate shortly after his arrival.
Are you going to get a result with the man you're holding?
No, it seems unlikely. You'll get something out of this. Nice little export business in Bent Motors.
You had him under observation.
Now, hold on.
You were watching him.
All right, Bob, that'll do.
Ask him. Ask him! You knew he was a target, didn't you? Oh, what about us? Hey? Where does it put us?
What is all this? We're working in the interests of national security. What do you want, an advert in the newspaper?
Do what?
All right, Bob, that's enough now. Come on.
If you were watching him, why did you let that motor get nicked?
I don't have to answer this, Sergeant.
Yes, you do. Because one of my lads is dead because of your lot.
Do you think I wanted this? Do you think I let this happen? How do you think I feel?
What kind of an outfit are you running?
All right, that's enough, Sergeant Cryer. I can take a certain amount of this because I know you're upset, but that's it for now. Okay?
All right, Bob, come on. That's enough. All right. Exactly how much did you know?
I'm sorry, sir, that's classified information.
I think we'd better get the press conference underway. We won't be needing to talk to you again tonight.
Now, obviously, information is still being gathered, and there is a long way to go before any firm conclusions can be reached. We do know that the car was stolen from an address in Kensington this afternoon, and that the device was already in place.
Have any terrorist groups claimed responsibility? And do we know who the bomb was meant for?
So far, we've heard from no organisations. We do know the name and address of the owner of the vehicle, and it's safe to assume that he was the target.
And what about the policeman who was killed?
Yes, his name is PC Ken Melvin. He had 7 years distinguished service with the Metropolitan Police, the last 5 of which were spent at Sun Hill. He was aged 26, unmarried, and he was a very popular officer.